Yo, how's it going, friends? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm on Coalito's account. Coalito! I love it. I love the name. Here is the account takeover request. I need some advice on how to improve my Hydra and Chimera. Mostly champions I should work on and use for 2-3 teams if possible. We're gonna focus on Hydra Chimera and Heart Spider. Alright, so team compositions, that's my favorite. I love doing these videos, thank you. I can give champion suggestions all day. I can brainstorm strategies all day, it's my favorite. Don't forget to use my promo code to get yourself 3 legendaries, Stalin to Honrock and Xenomorph, as well as the 4 epics, Venomage, Lightsworn, the Gore, and Ugo as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Player and Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with the brand new email. Launch raid and complete the tutorial. Go into your inbox and claim your first legendary. Use the promo code Desert Queen to get to Honrock and play for 7 days to get Xenomorph. And that is all you have to do to get yourself the free legendary Stalin to Honrock and Xenomorph, as well as the epics Venomage, Lightsworn, the Gore, and Ugo as you level up. So don't miss out and click on my link right now. Let's take a look at the account and where we're at. I need to click these Guardian Ring red dots. Allow me to, so that these can level up while I'm talking, while I'm yapping. Let's see the roster. Ooh. Slay. You have the 3 turtles. Ratos, Armons here. Helly! Shout out. Acrazia! Odin, Faye. To Honrock, the more I look, the more amazed I... Oh! Aphidas! Oh my god! You have no idea how lucky you are, my dude! Such a good champion. Crab Lord. Good on waiting out before you build them. You're gonna need to probably raid for a little while for gear. Damn, that was a very successful pulling session for you. Gwendolyn is meh. But I really like her champ design. I really like her champ design. In the beginning, I thought she was one of the coolest things I've ever seen until I read her skill book. I was like, I mean, she could have been better. It's okay. You've got my own faithful Cupidus. You've pulled the Arix, which is very nice. Okay, so much potential here, and you've done a splendid job. Seer! You've been so lucky with pulls, dude. I don't know if you even realize how lucky you've been with pulls. It's crazy down here, guys. It's crazy down here. I haven't even checked the vaults. Okay, we're probably gonna find mostly just like food champions here, or just like question marks. I'm not sure if I'm gonna work on them anytime soon, but I might. That's what my vaults look like too. Super. Okay, we have a lot of potential here for some good Hydra, Chimera, Hard Spider teams. I'm not even gonna pay attention to the builds. I'm sure you've been doing your best, and I can see that the basics have been covered 100%. We're gonna need a faster Armons here, but that's everybody's struggle. Your fastest gear's on your Arbiter, and she is fast, dude. Good job. This is awesome progress. You're really happy to see it. Oh, you're gonna have so much fun with this Aphidas in Arena. Okay, let me see the Great Hall. How have we been moving here? We've got the Void accuracy on max, Spirit as well, and you're working your way up with the Magic one. Based off the champions do you have, that makes perfect sense. You have so many good Void legendaries and epics. It makes perfect sense that you would want to budge that accuracy up, especially for someone like Seer, for someone like Acrazia, right? Acrazia brought some debuffs, no? Decrease speed. Decrease defense. Sorry, decrease defense. And stealing the target's true meter. Oh, it can be resisted under a certain, very optimal condition here. That if the target has a higher max HP than this champion, it can be resisted. So, like, literally any boss. That's why she's such a good boss killer. And we're 100% involving her in one of your Hydra teams. Let's go into your... Yep. Your thingy here. I do want to see how you've been doing with the overall damage. Just want to see. Brutal is surprising. We can definitely push you to Nightmare, I think. Brutal, and I didn't see how much it was, but I'm sure that you've unlocked multi-battles, auto battles, yeah, quick battles. That's good. Then we're moving towards Nightmare. That's great news because I use the same team for Brutal and Nightmare. This is what you have been working on. I don't see Acrazia here at all, and she's a must-have on at least one of your teams. Ooh, and I'm thinking maybe the first one. Okay, now hear me out. I'm gonna make completely separate teams. I'm not even gonna go off of these ones here. We're gonna start clean slate. Clean slate. I'm gonna do it here in the bottom. What do you need for a good Hydra team? We need some main non-negotiable debuffs. And that is block debuffs. Block buffs, sorry. Block buffs. Decrease speed. Hex. Possibly. Provoke. And dot. So, HP burns, poisons, etc. HP burns, predominantly. We're gonna need a reviver, speed increaser, turn meter increaser, cleanser, very important, cleanser, a good heal, and I'm starting to get ideas here. I'm just like taking my time to brainstorm properly. I used to involve my Helicath too, and to be honest, I was able to deal some good damage, especially when I am able to block them from stealing that block damage and spreading it across one another with the block buffs and a provoke should be enough. So, 3 teams that could work here for you. And I see that you have 3 turtles except Donnie, and Donnie's a very important piece of the puzzle. So, we're not going to be able to make you a full turtle team, but we're going to come close enough. First thing first, we're going to put a little Odin here. We're going to try to do your predominant team first. What does Odin do? He removes all buffs from all enemies, decrease defense, strong on all enemies for 2 turns is important. Steals all buffs from the target if he can. Damage is based on enemy max HP, my dude. Will inflict damage based off the target's max HP. Berserk cannot be placed on bosses, so you don't care about that. Places a block damage on him for a turn and applies a buff spread. So this block damage, we're not gonna need Helicath when we have Odin. We put Acrizia there because he's gonna increase her speed of this Acrizia and she's gonna smack really, really hard. This is your predominant nuker, this Acrizia. She would love a little bit more crit damage and attack. Just know it for me. Wasn't she, wait, was she an HP nuker? Or was she, attack nuker? She was an attack nuker, no? Attack nuker, guys. More attack for this Acrizia, for sure. Little tip from me. If this nuke is not nuking the way it should. Now, let's continue with our champion selection. We need a block buffs and an AoE provoke. Who are we gonna use for the occasion? Ugo is a really, really good healer. Block buffs champion. She also plays a decreased defense. However, and I don't really want to overlap too much, but she's so reliable that I would still put her on there. She heals on her A3, restores max HP that has been destroyed. Overall, a really, really solid pick, I think. I would also low-key involve a Rector, someone who can bring a Veil. Tuhanarok would also be a good idea because... honestly, I might actually just place Tuhanarok instead of Ugo. That is something that we can totally do. Because she comes with the block buffs without the decreased defense that's gonna come from Odin, so we don't overlap. She comes with the decreased attack, strong decreased attack, and a debuff spread. Very nice. On her A1, she comes with a strong decreased speed on a single target, continuous heal on herself, and the ally with the lowest HP. A3 increases defense and speed on all allies for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. Removes a random debuff from all allies at the start of each turn, so you have a little cleanse here as well. And 2 random debuffs instead for all allies under continuous heals buffs. I think she's a really good option here for this team. We need a provoke. Usually Seeker is a good idea. Want to see if you have someone better. Ooh, definitely involving a Mad Hatter here. That'd be very, very sick. He comes with the Hex and a Weaken. Teams up with the ally with the highest crit damage to join the attack. With the default skill of the ally joining the attack. Damage dealt by the ally increases by 10% per each debuff on the target. Steals a random buff from here. Chance of applying a debuff spread to all enemies under a hex, spreading 1 random debuff from the target. This A3 is so cool. Increase the duration of all buffs on all allies by 1 turn, and all debuffs on all allies by 1 turn. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 20%, but you need to ascend them to unlock his passive, which is what makes him giga extra cool. And let me remind you what he does. Every 10 turns taken by allies, he heals all allies by 20% of their max HP. This True Fear cannot land, I think, on Hydra, so it doesn't matter. But this heal comes very clutch. 10 turns taken by allies. And I mean, if you're bringing 5 allies on your team, right? It's realistically gonna take 2 turns or 1 turn and a couple of multi-hitters. Or extra turns, actually, not multi-hitters. And a couple of extra turns, procced from passives or gear sets. They also count towards this turn meter. Time for tea. Super good champion for HYDRA. Continuing. We still need a provoker. And we need a Veiler. Was Aphidas a provoker? I don't remember. Oh, and he veils himself? That's a good option. Stun continuous heal. Provoke! Oh, you could use both his forms. You could use either. But I would use a second form. I would use a second form for this AoE provoke that he just places with a strength and an increased defense on everyone for 2 turns. Attacks all enemies with this stun you don't care about it. Continuous heal you do care about because you have a synergy here with Hanrock. Increased accuracy on the ally with the highest accuracy with the turn meter fill here on his A1 is good. 100% weaken. It kind of doubles down with HYDRA, but it's fine. You could use Aphidas. That is an option. Seeker is an option for provoke. And Veil. He veils himself too. And if you wanted some extra Veil, maybe Rector Draft. But I have a feeling that you could benefit from another nuker here. You could involve another nuker. Technically, the Odin Ecclesia should do just fine. Maybe Aphidas as well, when built properly. The other damage dealer that I would involve, honestly, instead of Rector is maybe Fenax. Because he deals really, really good damage on his A1. This is how you go about these teams. This is what you predominantly are looking for. And you just repeat that several times. HYDRA, option 1. BB HYDRA 1. Now, let's involve your turtles in a team. And we need to support them with some people. Ugo. Ugo needs to be faster than everybody. Keep that in mind. 199 speed won't probably cut it when your Leo's sitting at 100 and Mikey's at 110 and Raffi's even faster. This should be in complete reverse. Ugo first, Mikey second, Leo third, Raffi last. If you can help it. This is why this team might be a little finicky for you until you properly speed tune it. I've just noticed that you have Frenzy the Cackler and she's a really good provoker, dude. Really, really good AoE provoker here. Increased defense on everyone. Chance of placing a burn with a turn meter fill for each burn placed by this skill. A1 has a chance of instantly activating a burn. This is gonna deal some extra damage on the heads. And place a provoke, so double down really. And now we need a good support. So instead of, for example, if you want to use another nuker here instead of Rector, Rector could come up here. Another option that I could and would use is Arbiter. Wow, she's not the best. She's still a pretty damn good wait, we have Wyrnen. Who Wyrnen is kind of like a lower grade Arbiter. Turn meter fill 15%, increase speed on all allies for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown, decrease attack on a single enemy, revival with 50% HP, 30% turn meter, 15% continuous heal. I don't know. You might have some difficulties outspeeding the HYDRA heads because your champions are a little slow. To give you a point of reference, my Ugo is at I think minimum 230. Between 230 and 240 something. And she is the fastest one on my team, placing that block buffs first. And then you have to have Frenzy for the provoke to land as well. And then everybody else. So Arbiter. Arbiter could also do it because she's going to increase your turn meter a lot more, make you faster. Quite faster because she's a very decent speeds. Good revival here. Good chance of a debuff strip. A buff strip, sorry. So this could be something like Team 3. This could be Team 3. This is probably the team that's gonna make the least amount of damage for the time being because we still haven't worked on it. I'll name it too. Third team. Same thing, man. Over and over. Same thing. If you are lacking the champions, Wyrnen was her aura on all battles faction crypts. It's not gonna work. Not gonna work here. We could have Deacon. Deacon is a good option. AoE decrease, defense, leech, turn meter increase, decrease. Or Haikatoon. Either one. I feel like Deacon is better in HYDRA settings. You have Xenomorph. We could do some poison gimmicks here. If you have another good poisoner like Elenaril. Elenaril and Xenomorph should deal some good damage together. They both exploded poisons, didn't they? Wait. This might not be feasible. No, this is not feasible. Elenaril explodes the poisons. Instantly activates all poisons. Xenomorph's damage scales off each poison on the target. This is gonna synergize well. Block debuffs. Another block debuffs champion. Do we have them? Is the question. Loki. Sure, Lemnisci, I guess, works for the time being. I don't like using her. She's not the best. A good cleanse like Doom Priest. She's amazing. Anywhere I've placed her. And a provoke. Oh, that's where we put in Seeker, I guess. HYDRA 3. This block buffs is very unreliable, so I don't like using Lemnisci here. If we have a better one, and I'll need to check the... I think I'll need to check the index for that. Just like the filter. Just because I don't know what everybody does, okay? Ah, Fenax. Fennex might be more reliable. Uh-huh. Much, much, much more reliable than whatever the frick I was thinking here with Seeker. Seeker is a good option for Clan Boss. Demon Lord. Fennex is a better option in HYDRA. Completely forgot he can do that. Completely forgot he can do that. There you have it, man. This is who I would work on. The kind of champions I would work on. You would have to think about their speeds and think of it in terms of placing debuffs. First, you want to block debuffs, then you want to provoke, and then you can do whatever else you want. But the provoke needs to land, block debuffs, block buffs needs to land. These two absolutely need to land, and from then on, you're safe. Think of it in that way. Okay, good luck with HYDRA. I'm gonna leave you with this. As for Chimera, I just want to see who you're dealing with. It's one team that we have against Chimera. Just as many trials as you can do, and if you can't do any trials, don't worry about it. Was it brutal again? If it's brutal, brutal. I'm also at brutal, dude. Don't overshoot it. Like, Chimera is a little difficult. I've noticed that getting up to HYDRA Nightmare took me shorter, and it was generally easier than getting down to Nightmare Ultra Nightmare Chimera, dude. 50 in Brutal is really good. This team could probably do 25-ish, 30-ish. 2 keys would make a Guardian chest. Okay, let's see the team. Let me think. Definitely Helicath. I love the use of Helicath in Chimera. Odin with Helicath is a little excessive, because either one or the two are going to bring block damage. So I would remove Odin here or Heli. Either one will have to go. I would leave Heli because he also brings a good shield. But I'm sure that people here do bring a good shield. Either way. Is that the team that you have been using, though? Oh, that's the team up here, no? Oh, you've just swapped Ishiyama for Akrisia. Let me redo that one. Just reiterate it so I can look at what we have and what we don't have in an easier way. Akrisia is a good call. Very much so. Akrisia is such a good boss killer, dude. You should know that. Where is she? I was looking for it. To Hanorok and... Not Akrisia. Ishiyama. You put Ishiyama there. Ishiyama and Rector Draft. Plays a block damage on him for 2 turns. Is this the thing? Like, you die too quickly? Is that the problem? Why? Why the block damage overload, dude? You don't need all that. You don't need all that. Instead of Ishiyama, for sure go back to Akrisia. Instead of Odin, I would put someone else. Here, the point is, you gotta read what the trials are asking of you, dude. You're gonna need some poisons, burns. If you can land this fear, true fear. Only counts from skills, not sets. And this is just the first trials, you know? Generally, I find the Lion ones the easiest to complete, and especially with your roster. I'm seeing here that you have everything that it takes to complete these Lion trials. Maybe except Leech. Leech is something I'm not seeing here. Could think about bringing a Leecher. The Viper is quite icky. Block active skills, something that you need. Fenax again. I'm thinking Fenax. I'm thinking Fenax, guys. Oh, you have more champions down here. I completely forgot. You have Dragstar! Gridon and yeah. You have some good champs here, man. Why Dryad? Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of ways you can go about this. If you feel like you need Heli, I wouldn't remove him from you. But this is what the team would look like if I were you. Swap their auras. Maybe think about Rector being someone else. Like who? Like I would maybe put depending on how many buffs I have, a Leonardo would still do pretty good. He brings a lot of good debuff, a lot of good buffs. A Dot champion, like a burner, poisoner, damage scaling off enemy max HP like Akrisia and Odin. Reviver, except Rector, another good one that you have. Honestly, Revive is a little overrated. Like if your champions can survive a couple of blows and heal themselves back up, you're not gonna need the Revive, really. So this is the team that I would work on. BB, Chimera. With some missing pieces of the puzzle, naturally that's why I'm saying it's a little more endgame than HYDRA would be in my book. It's also relics. Do you really care all that bad for relics? Hard spider. The point is big nuke on the little spiderlings, and thus, wow, yep. Checks out. But you're gonna need a little more support. Crowd control for the little spiderlings, and I mean any sleeps, any stuns on an AOE. Fierce, true fierce. Really help. If you're worried that, oh well, you have Odin, so you're gonna get placed block damage very often. Leonardo, when you book him out, dude, I'm sure that they could probably push you pretty far. And here's where speed might be an issue. Oh, you don't have any slots for me to use, but I would put the 3 turtles here. And here's how I would order your team if I were you. Odin first, yeah, for sure, with the A2, and then the A3. Acrizia first with the... Depends, actually. Yeah, you could leave her open. It could either be the A2 or the A3, depending on how many little spiderlings died with Odin's attack. Then I would have my Mikey. Then I would have my Leonardo. And finally, I would have Raffi. If I had the option to put Donnie instead of Raffi, you best believe that's what I would have advised you to do, but you don't have them. So this is an example of how to push for the stage. Moreover, I'm seeing here, you know, that your builds, the more crit damage you stack, the more attack you stack in defense and whatever the type of nuker you're dealing with, the more you stack these values, the more you'll be able to climb. And on top of that, the more great hall medals you put into these, the more your damage is gonna stack as well. And I mean, when you finish that accuracy, oh my god, it's gonna feel so good! And you proceed with the crit damage, you're gonna start noticing a big change. And this is when you're gonna be doing a lot of your climbing. Keep that in mind. 2020 hindsight, you know? I think you've done a wonderful job, Coolito. I congratulate you, and I'm super looking forward to what this account's gonna look like in a couple of months' time. You've got everything it takes. You've got the drive, you've got the understanding, you've got the champions, you've got the streamer luck, you've got this. If you guys want to take over, hit up my Discord. You can find the link down in the description box or in this video under all videos. Submit a takeover request in the subthreads and I will get to you in due time. Thank you so much for being patient with me and waiting for me to get to y'all and catch up to the backlog. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys again in the next one tomorrow. Bye!